Welcome to the Outhouse Super Show.
You draw trouble like an outhouse draws flies. Outhouse.
Oh, look, an indoor outhouse.
Been an outhouse that didn't stink that bad.
40 yards to the outhouse.
Both brothers be having them an outhouse.
We're blessed to have such amenities in this home, like air conditioners and bidets and a maid and a servant.
Shut the fuck. Welcome to the Outhouse Super Show. We are Dwarf Among Midgets. I am Messy Gravis, and to my left I have...
I'm Keebles.
And I'm Matty Mayonnaise.
And this is episode
20.
20.
I got a 20.
Yeah.
Wait, hold for applause.
Yeah.
Hold for applause.
Hear it? Hear it? Cricket.
Oh, shit. No, I don't have crickets yet.
No,
Damn it.
no,
You keep forgetting crickets.
I can never time the crickets right. I can time
Nice.
that ready, but
Yeah,
you
well,
know.
yeah, that's true.
The crickets, the crickets only works in post because it's like if I do it in real time, it probably wouldn't be as funny.
Yeah.
It would be funny to
Because then we would sit there and we would wait for too long. You
True.
know, like we wait for the crickets. Like,
Me and
It takes-
Kibbles were talking before the show, and have you ever seen the movie Drop Dead Fred?
yeah.
You seen it? I totally forgot that Carrie Fisher was in that movie. Princess
It's been a long,
Leia.
yeah, it's been a long time
Princess
since I
Leia.
watched it, but yeah.
And like because she was like an older lady that had a houseboat, and she was like having sex with like a underage guy.
Oh, yeah.
Not underage, but
Yeah.
younger men. And there was a scene, I still love it to this day, where she's like, tell me where your imaginary friend is. She's like, he's right there. He's like, do I got him? Do I got him? It's like, I was like, Princess Leia's beating up an imaginary friend right now.
Fucking love it. That movie is a very psychotic movie. I loved it.
Yeah, but I was watching that movie If with Lilith, and it made me think. I think Drop Dead Fred was real, or was he made up in her imagination? That's what made me think. Because like in the movie If, it's a syndication of If, like different
What
kind
is
of
If? It's a new movie?
imaginary friend with Ryan Reynolds.
That's original.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, If.
So it's where the wild things are.
Sort of. Like every kid makes up an imaginary friend, but then it moves on to other kids.
So he gives them a life, but then they keep having a life afterwards.
Yeah, after the kid outgrows him, because that's what the If movie is. They're trying to connect back with their childhood friend, in that movie. So that movie made me think about Drop Dead Fred. Like, I was sitting there watching, I go, wow. I go, so, and then Kibbles goes, he's a poltergeist. I go, holy shit, Drop Dead Fred is a poltergeist.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
haunting
that
these
makes
poor
sense.
kids.
Yeah. From kid to
Weird.
kid to kid. And he's like, oh, I can't until you're happy. No, you can't until you do some sort of witchy transfer thing like you did. That was like kind of
Until you
creepy.
take pills,
It's like
yeah.
she was there. It's like, it transferred from you, you freaky bitch, That's what fucking happened. Drop Dead Fred. It's fucking
Yeah.
Ouija all over
That's what we
again.
talk about before the show. Shit like that.
Yeah. So you're saying If is a Drop Dead Fred ripoff?
Yes, that's what I was. Well, it made me think about it.
But
It made me think about it more. Because Drop Dead Fred is not a kid's movie at all.
Yeah.
So how many stars?
disguised as
How many
one.
stars would you give
Rotten
it?
Tomatoes or...
No, stars. We do stars here.
Oh, we do
Oh,
five?
my
Up to
tomatoes are
five?
ripe, motherfucker. I
I'm
got
sorry.
lots of ripe
I
tomatoes.
can't forgive Gardening to Kibbles without upsetting him.
No, it's how many abortion hangers you give
There,
it.
damn. 2.5 hangers.
2.5 hangers.
2.5 hangers? All right.
That's
All
more
right.
appropriate for dwarf.
That is
yeah.
funny.
That is. You have 2.5 hangers.
I'll make a graphic like 2 hangers.
Which I watched the new Beverly Hills Cop, too.
And how
Oh,
many
yeah, how
hangers
is that?
does
I was
get?
wondering.
If you like Beverly Hills Cop.
I love Beverly Hills
it's-
Cop, but I
it's-
didn't-
everything Eddie Murphy does now is all member berries.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
all
yeah,
he's doing.
I love
Like,
nostalgia,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I thought about watching
it. Was
it.
good. I
The
liked
trailer
it.
looked good.
Yeah.
It's the only thing he's interested in doing. Don't tell me people don't approach him all the time to do their crappy freaking projects.
But what I'm obsessed with the TV show called The Boys.
Yeah, I love that show.
You've been obsessed with that for a while.
I need to watch more of it. I've only seen like the first season, I
They
think.
just dropped.
I've only
it's-
seen an
it's a
episode
fourth
here.
season, and the fourth season is more political, but Homelander is so much better now. Like he's coming to his own. And I love how he says they approach him on the street and they're scared of him. And he's like, I'm not like that in real life, because he's a psychotic motherfucker,
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you're doing good in real, in real life, people are actually scared of you.
I mean, that show seems more realistic than like
Yeah, it's
any
what
of the
it
other
is.
comic stuff.
Yes.
Like if there were superheroes, they would be
Yeah.
fucking assholes.
And they're all
That's what would
perverted.
happen.
There's like dicks and
Yeah, yeah.
assholes and shit. Like
That would be happening.
it's
So,
amazing.
well, since we got our resident movie guy like actually talking right now about it,
2.5 hangers.
2.5 hangers for that one. So there's more movies out. Have you seen the new Garfield?
Yes, I watched the new Garfield.
Is it
I
a
didn't
new
like
Garfield?
it.
You
I
didn't
didn't
like it?
I didn't know
So
there was.
what
I
did
didn't
it do
like it.
wrong? Was it normal?
It was I don't know.
No, it was too weird. It wasn't normal
Not
enough.
Not enough John.
Not
None of John.
Not enough John play in it. It starts off in the beginning with John getting Garfield, and his fucking old runaway dad comes in and tries to save the day, and then they live with each other at the end. With the old cat too, like just taking over John's house and shit.
I didn't even know there was a new Garfield movie.
Yeah.
What? Is it live action?
No, it's cartoon.
It's cartoon, but it looks cool.
It's
They
alright.
fool you, man. You can't judge a book by its cover. It looks flashy, and I love Garfield.
I used to judge the Garfield books by the cover all the time. Like
I know,
the
but
ones,
they would be
the
funny.
little
They
comic
would be
books,
one of the
the little long
comics.
books.
Yeah, one of the comics would pretty much be on the cover. That one was easy to judge.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would do. I would go into the bookmobile. Remember the bookmobile?
Oh, yeah.
And I would look for the Garfield comics, and I would look at the covers, and whichever one was coolest is one I would take.
Garfield eats large. Garfield takes the kid.
Yeah.
That's where I found
But
Choose
my
Your Own
shit,
Adventure books.
my shit was Calvin and Hobbes. That was my comic.
Yeah.
When I was
See, I never got into Calvin and Hobbes too much,
Calvin
but
and Hobbes.
Goosebumps and Choose Your Own Adventure, and then when they combined them, forget about it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
that was the best day of my life when they combined Goosebumps and Choose Your Own Adventure.
yeah. I learned how to draw by drawing those Garfield comics though, and the Goosebumps covers actually, ironically enough.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
See, I remember.
Bum, 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 bum.
That theme song didn't have any.
That or
it shouldn't have gone that hard, but it did.
or what was the other one? That Are You Afraid of the Dark? It
Oh,
went
yeah.
hard, too.
Oh, yeah.
Midnight Society.
Nickelodeon
Erie,
style.
Indiana.
It was like Bray Wyatt and shit.
Yeah.
It was like, that's what he's ripping off. Is Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
thought about that. The candle thing.
Yeah, that's where.
So
I mean, he is about our age, so that would make sense. Yeah, he grew up on Are You Afraid of the Dark, and then he used it as a wrestling
He was a
gimmick.
Midnight Society.
Yeah, yeah. That's,
So there's
brilliant.
there's a few other movies out right now that are like new. Is there anything else good? That
I haven't
just
seen any
come
new
out?
movies. It's
No.
Movie Corner with Messy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
How many aborted hangers do you
the
give it?
last movie I went to was that If movie. That was the last one I went to.
That was the last one you went to?
I take Lilith to movies all the time.
Okay. So
But,
2.5
but
hangers for
there's
If.
there's one I want to see called The Wild Robot.
The wild.
I haven't heard of it.
Watch
Well,
it.
It's a robot that gets stranded out in the woods, and he ends up it's kind of like a Hatchet movie, where he has
Gary
to learn
Paulson?
to survive. Yes, like a Hatchet, like he learns how to survive, and he ends up growing like moss on him.
Wait, a Hatchet movie, like a
Or,
Juggalo movie?
No, the
No,
movie.
Gary
the movie,
Paulson. You
the
didn't
book.
have to read The Hatchet
book?
in school?
Yeah,
No,
it's
I
called The
didn't.
Hatchet.
Really?
It's a book, and by Gary Paulson.
Yeah.
Basically, a kid gets kind of like Castaway.
Yeah.
I'll do it that way. It's
Okay.
like Castaway,
Yeah.
but with a robot.
I'm illiterate, so you
Imagine
have to
Castaway.
break stuff down
Yeah.
for me. I watch movie versions of books. Okay.
You're illiterate, but I'm an illiterate.
And you bring Tom Hanks aboard, you're on. Yeah, it's like bring up Tom.
Oh, yeah.
Like I heard Tom Hanks got AIDS in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Like not the movie, but in the city.
Yeah, but
Okay, anyway, so go
instead
ahead.
of
Sorry.
talking to a volleyball, the guy's talking to his penis the whole time, and it's his only companion, and they get
Yeah.
together real good and put their heads together and figure it out.
But no, it's called The
that like
Wild
that?
Robot, and he befriends a little bird that gets stranded, and he has to teach this little bird how to fly. But like, it's funny. It's like the robot has to learn life, like because he's a robot. He ain't got no feelings and shit like that. So it's funny. Like
Input.
and then the other robots finally find him, and they kind of take him back. Try to conform him back to a robot. And he's like, "No, man, I'm wild." Yeah, and he goes back running back to his furry hood friends.
Weird.
Because he can speak their language because he's been reading the language. He was like, decalculate language.
Yeah, so
ducks
it's short
and-
circuit.
Yeah, basically,
exactly.
yeah. That's what it is. And it is
Johnny
short
Five
circuit.
alive.
Maybe that's why I want to watch it.
Yeah. Number 5.
Because they need to reboot that and make it
They did. It's called The Wild Robot.
There you go. That makes sense.
fuck up. No, I want Johnny.
So he
Five.
reads like-
I want that robot.
He reads like just like number 5 does, and
Yeah,
just like knows everything
Just all
immediately.
language and shit. Yeah.
Input.
Because he's like in the future, like he's an
input.
assistant robot.
Yeah.
He assists humans and shit like that. So that's what he does. That's all.
Wouldn't you like to be a
Yeah.
pepper too?
Wouldn't you like to be a pepper?
Your mother
too?
was a snowblower.
Laser lips.
Let's locos kick your balls into outer space.
Which that's a debate. First or second one.
First, 100%.
First one is my
First.
favorite, but I really like the second
Dude,
one.
the second one's
I
so
hate
good.
the second
I
one.
don't
dude.
hate the
couldn't-
fucking second
I couldn't
one.
do it.
Hell
I just couldn't
no.
do
You
it.
got the lead singer of Spinal Tap, dude.
Yeah,
Come
dude,
on.
you got the lead, and
Okay, I can't say I hate it,
You
what's
got the Los
hate?
Voltos,
but
you
it's
know?
definitely
That's-
it's just not. It just doesn't hit as hard as the
The
first one.
betrayal.
No, it doesn't. That's why the first one
betrayal.
is my favorite. But the reason why it's not my okay, listen, there's not enough plot in the first one, man. They make a robot and then he's stuck at this chick's house.
Well,
and
it's
they
an
try to get
army
him
robot
back.
loose on the.
You know what I mean?
loose. That's the
I feel like
plot.
they have like a lot of side plots.
That's the whole plot.
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
Johnny's wanting
It's
to
an
learn.
army
He's in a
thing.
big city. He's like, man, I need to find out all this stuff. He's like filled with wonder. You know what I mean? He learns how to defend himself and stuff.
Maybe
like
the
that.
first one just
It's like-
seemed. The first one seemed more grounded to me, and the second one seemed like a cartoon, which is probably why you guys like it.
Yes,
Fucking love it,
true.
man.
I love
Yeah,
cartoons
yeah,
too,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like as a kid, I really liked it. I watched it as an adult, and I'm like, it's
I mean,
not
he,
as good
he gets
anymore.
spray
the
painted
second one.
gold at the end. The second one,
Yeah.
you
not
know?
as good.
I mean, he doesn't.
As when you're a kid, nothing.
He doesn't take. Okay, he doesn't.
He turns gold, bro.
He doesn't take the number.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's
He
right.
turns gold.
Clean, motherfucker.
So he doesn't take the name Johnny Five until the end of the first one.
Exactly.
So like he becomes Johnny Five, which
Yes.
is a way cooler name.
Yes. Then they make
But
money off of it.
I just think the first one is so much better. I don't know.
Well, because I love the lead singer. The
I
lead singer
agree,
Spinal
that is
Tap
so
is
much better.
Well, he's making money off of Johnny Five in the second one. That's
Yeah.
his whole plan is to. Because first it's like a war machine.
Yeah, and that's I like the first one.
It's
yeah.
like, oh my god, the danger! This can murder
Yeah.
people. Like he can go and just murder everybody.
And
with
then
that
he took
laser.
his design and decided to make small toys out of them. And he was
Yeah.
trying to market
He's
his
like,
small
no.
little toys.
He's like, I just want to dance to the Bee Gees with some hot chick. You know? More than a woman. I love that part.
More than they were meant to be.
More than a woman. Whatever God can keep. And plus, Gutenberg isn't the first one. It's like either
Yeah.
take your choice, Gutenberg or the lead singer of Spinal Tap.
Gutenberg every time.
No,
Come on
Gutenberg.
now.
Yeah.
No, the first one is 100% better because
The second
you
one's
see him
just
get hit by the
ridiculous.
lightning.
Yeah, they go
you
over
see him
top.
become from just a war machine robot to getting life,
Yeah.
and that's the coolest part about it.
But the
And-
second one,
That one's a coming of age tale.
Yeah,
The
it
second
is.
one is just like
not member berries, but it's
it's
still.
it's a cash grab on the
Yeah,
first one
it
because everybody
is.
loved the
Yes.
robot. They're like,
Well-
all right, what can we do that's wacky with
they're even
number
telling
5?
you in the movie because he's making little
I know,
miniatures.
yeah.
They're even telling you to making money off.
It
the
is
movie.
self-aware, so I'll give it
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's a cash grab, but I could still watch it.
That's what I'm saying. I won't turn it off.
Yeah, he
if it comes on, I'm like, fuck yeah.
He
I'm
gets
watching
locked
this.
in the freezer, and the only way he can get out is by sending messages to his girlfriend through Beach Boys songs. Beep, boop,
Yeah.
boop, boop, beep, beep.
And I
That
just-
shit's funny, man. I mean,
I just
that's
love how I
common.
love
It's
how
not
innocent-
bad.
I just love how innocent he is, though.
I take
Right.
back what I said. I don't hate the movie, but I just don't think it's on the
Yeah,
same
first
level
one
as the
is
first
better,
one.
Oh
yeah,
no,
first
I
one
have
is-
to. Completely
You lose Steve
agree.
Gutenberg, you lose me. I'm
We
just
can
saying.
agree with you. We can agree with each other too.
High Spirits with Liam Neeson.
I haven't seen that one.
never seen High
I
Spirits?
remember seeing about it, but I've never seen.
You know,
I
it's-
may have watched parts of it when I was
It's
growing
funny
up.
because there was a joke where he always dies in the movies that he was in.
Yeah.
And I go, shit. I remember when I first movie I saw with him, he was already dead. Like he was a ghost haunting the house, you know. And he was stabbing what's her name, the splash chick, Hannah, the one-eyed chick in Kill Bill. What's her name? Daryl Hannah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the one that her and Gutenberg fall in love. Like he stops a death loop. You know, because first they think it's a
I may have seen parts
it's a
of this.
castle. It's like a fake haunted house, but it actually is haunted. That makes sense.
Weird.
Like there's parts of it that actually
That's like
is
something we would
haunted.
write.
Yeah. So like they're losing money in this mansion, so they're like, all right, let's make fake ghosts to get people to come, spend money. And then all of a sudden, that's when Steve Gutenberg he's married Beverly D'Angelo. With fucking
Vacation?
yeah, National Lampoon's Vacation, which her and Liam Neeson end up together, like in the death loop.
When did this come out? This was
God,
90s.
Yeah, it was 90s.
Okay.
It was like
I feel
80s,
like I've
early
seen
90s.
parts of that, but
I
like I
love
don't.
that movie growing up.
Yeah,
It was
I've
so
never
good.
seen
You
this.
never seen it? It's called High Spirits. Steve Gutenberg's best movie of all time.
I thought that was It Takes Two.
Or no, I would say Police
Police Academy.
Yeah,
I was
would
gonna
Police
say, wait a
Academy.
minute.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Mahoney.
You can't beat Mahoney. That's what made me a Gutenberg fan to begin with.
But yeah,
I haven't seen Steve Gutenberg in a lot of movies, actually, now that I think about
Yeah.
it. But I just love him in Police Academy
yeah,
enough to.
that's all you need. Dude.
Police Academy and
Yeah.
Short Circuit, I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
in on him.
3
you
Men
know?
and a Baby.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that one either.
Yeah.
I-
Ever
It's not- it's
That's
alright.
Ted Danson, Tom Selleck, and him.
that doesn't sound
I've
interesting.
had to watch it. It's not. It's a chick flick all the way, dude.
I like some chick flicks, but
trying to think of a
Yeah.
good Ted
So
Danson
you're like
movie
the
that I
Pretty
like.
Woman type of guy.
I love The Notebook.
Yeah.
The Notebook,
Really?
dude. Every time I watch
I
The
called
Notebook,
it from the beginning.
that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it doesn't
I
even
ruined
matter.
it. I'm
It's-
like, it's him, and walk out the
It doesn't
theater.
matter. It's so fucking good though.
That's
At the
true.
end, something about old people, like
Yeah.
it just gets me.
Yeah,
You know what I
but
mean?
some-
It's like they're like, oh, he reads this to her every day. Like
Yeah.
what?
Some things are
And she doesn't
emotional,
give a
but
Call me gay. I don't care.
Yeah,
I
I
love
don't-
The Notebook. God damn it.
I've never seen it. You're gay anyways, whether you watch it or not. I'm just saying.
Once
Okay.
you jam your Lennox Morissette CD,
Well,
and watch
the whole story is a spoiler alert, but like the whole story is like they're in like the war times and stuff like
Yeah,
back
yeah,
in the day,
throughout the years.
and it's like you see them like fall in love and all this stuff back and forth or whatever, and then at the end you find out that it's
him
reading his wife. They're old together and they've
Yeah.
been together forever, but
He's
like
not just a visitor.
he's telling she has Alzheimer's,
Yeah.
and he tells her the story of how they met every day, and it's just like something about that just gets me. I don't know.
Talk
Call
about
me a
commi-
hopeless romantic.
Talk
So you
about,
like the
talk
movie
about
Click?
commitment.
I love Click, dude.
Click is good.
Dude,
Dude,
something
Click
about
is
time
good.
just gets me, dude. Like with like
Back to the Future, Click.
yeah,
that's true.
Dude, the
Notebook.
scene
Even the
where
Tom Cruise
Frequency.
movie.
You've seen Frequency?
I've not seen that.
Yeah,
one.
Frequency.
That's
yeah,
a good
that's
one.
a
You'd
good
like it then.
That's a
This is one you need to be
daughter.
watching.
That's a daughter and father thing.
Anything like
Frequency.
Frequency, I thought it was
Yeah.
father and son.
It was daughter, wasn't it?
Was it?
Daughter to the
I think
radio.
and I think it was a son, but it could be
Oh,
daughter.
yeah, I
Maybe
think it was
it's from a
daughter.
while back. But he like gets a CB or radio,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And he ends up talking to his or
Yeah, the
her
dead
dead father.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a girl.
In the
It's
past.
interesting. It's
Just
a
like-
girl. It's that one famous girl. Fuck, she's been in a bunch of movies too.
And that reminds like what's that one? The
Not a Nickelodeon girl.
Click.
No, no, I'm doing a mailbox right now. Where like they're sending letters in the
Oh,
mailbox.
I never
at
watched
certain
that one.
time. Me
The
either,
Lake-
but
the
I've
Lake-
seen it
Lake
previously.
House or
Chocolates.
something like that.
Chocolates.
No,
No, it's
not
Sandra.
things we like delivered to our house.
You talking about that Sandra Bullock
Yeah,
movie?
Send to
Sandra
Cinder-
Bullock and
Cinder-
I don't know who's
Keanu
in it,
Reeves?
but
Return to Cinder.
I don't remember. It's like the Lake House or something like that.
Yeah, something like
There's
that.
like a mailbox.
House
like
by
a-
the lake or
Helen
something.
Hunt. The Helen Hunt, one of those weird ones like that.
Maybe.
Jurassic Park.
No, that was Twister.
No. Time travel. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something
it was
about
Twister.
something about movies with time like that. That's
Yeah.
that's how you get my heartstrings.
Exactly.
Like fucking Interstellar, dude. Interstellar ripped my chest out. Like,
I didn't
have you
like
seen
it.
that?
Yeah, with Matthew McConaughey.
Fucking wild,
yeah, it is
dude.
good.
You should watch that movie. It's
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan. Like
That's
he
a
did.
father and son
He did Inception and the Dark Knight trilogy and Memento. But yeah, Interstellar's crazy. I don't even want to spoil that one.
I like we fucked with sound
watch that
waves,
movie because it's
sound
crazy.
waves and everything.
Yeah, it's so cool, dude.
It's like Planet of the Apes.
It has to do with it's set in the future.
It's a time movie, man. They just go way far.
Oh, okay. I think it was
Oh, I thought you were talking about Interstellar, like Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, it's
They just go way far.
It
in the
is,
future.
yeah. I do like Planet of the Apes, though. But Interstellar, it's like he's like a NASA pilot or whatever, and it's like it's in a future where the world is basically dying, and so NASA
It's not me.
is trying to
Nancy Davis.
Oh, my
so NASA is basically they're trying to find another planet to habit, basically to move us to, so before we all die.
Even
and they send him out there, and then once he gets out there, like time starts dilating, and like his kids, like
Oh, wait, I
they
think I
start
have
they start
seen
growing
this.
up, and
Yeah,
he's like
yeah. I
have
getting
seen
videos
this.
from him and shit, but he's the same
Yeah.
age as them and shit. It's fucking
Were you
wild.
trying to communicate? Remember you trying to communicate shit through
Yeah.
that the fibers and shit?
Gravity,
Yeah.
dude. It's a wild movie, but it's
And,
so cool.
Even Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise. You ever watch
I
that?
haven't watched that one.
It's kind of like a Groundhog's Day in Aliens.
Wait, what?
Because it takes place in the future where he's like a corporal marshal guy, you know, where he's like a snog, no, you know, he's like a big military guy, and he gets court-martialed because he's doing the shit wrong, and he gets to go to the front line of this war that they had with bugs. And stuff like future
Starship
aliens.
Troopers?
Sort of, yeah. It's like, yeah. And
Weird.
like he gets to the front line, he ends up like literally they put on like mech warrior shit, like aliens. Remember how she's like, let that bitch go. It's like a bunch of them, a bunch of those guys. It's like futuristic war.
Weird.
And he ends up getting in this big old trench hole, and this big old black thing comes out like an alien, and he gets
Now it's a porno?
Yeah, it's like with this weird shit. Well, he ends up getting blown up. Well, he gets blown up with the thing, with the bug, and the bug's DNA or like blood like merges with Tom Cruise, and it gets in him, and he dies. He's like ah, and it loops back that day. It starts the day over. And that's the thing in that Alien. That's their defense mechanism. When they die, they
just
start the
start
day
over?
over.
Whoa.
So they can't.
Does he
die.
keep dying?
Yes.
Oh, shit,
That's
I need
what
to
I'm
watch this
saying.
movie.
Dude, it's so good. And he ends up becoming a fucking awesome. Like Bill Murray, where he becomes an awesome warrior.
Oh, yeah,
Every
'cause
day
he's
he gets better and better and better.
Teach himself how to play piano
And he's
and
like
shit.
timing things out because he's court-martialed. So he has to convince these young kids that he's reliving the day over again.
Weird.
He's like, I know everything about you, like how Bill Murray did. Like I'm a god. I'm a god.
Next time you get asked if you were a god, you say yes. Yeah, that's Bill Murray.
How long do you think he was in that time loop?
In Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
I think I looked this up before.
Yeah.
There's a Reddit thread where someone has actually done the math and everything.
Oh my God.
And I think the directors say something like 100 years, but somebody proved on Reddit they're like, there's no possible way it could only be 100 years. They said it was going to be like they said like 1800 years or something like that. Like
wasn't it?
I don't know.
Lifetimes?
For what reason? Just to learn how to play piano?
Well, there's a Reddit thread where they actually broke it all down. I can't recite it all off the top of my head.
That's
but.
another thing too for Bill Murray, because they said that was his first day, right? That was his first day going to piano class. He still kept going to her, even after he was good.
That's true, yeah.
He
comes in and just wows her.
Yeah, exactly. Like he didn't have to go to her because
Yeah.
when they're playing, and she's like, "That's my first student." She's like proud of him. So I'm like, right there, that's like another step of humanity.
Yeah.
Which I think, what was his name? Ned Ryerson is God in that movie. He's
Weird.
the gatekeeper.
Yeah.
He's the
He's the
gatekeeper.
keymaster.
Yeah, because
Ned?
because if he wasn't nice to him until he's nice to him, all of a sudden the time loop stops. If you watch that movie again, watch. As soon as he's nice to Ned Ryerson.
I thought he's because he fell in love with the curly headed chick.
No.
Yeah. I thought it was a Love Conquers All.
No.
Thing. I don't know.
That was
I'm
the
sorry, I like the
universe.
Notebook. Okay, I can't help it.
That was the
you're all this
universe.
romantic.
That was universe telling Bill that he needed to buy life insurance.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
What?
He's a life insurance agent,
Oh,
he's
shit.
God.
Whoa.
The producer,
You got me.
yeah, fucking State
Ned
Farm is the
Ryerson.
producer of this movie.
We did a joke on it.
Jake from State Farm.
See, we did a joke on it, and all of a sudden, you know what happened? We fuck around with God.
That's weird. Directed by Jake from State Farm.
See what God just did to us, man.
That wasn't God. It was you. You're a fucking narcotics agent. I knew it.
But yeah, I remember I came up to that because remember I always say if you're going to eat steak, get sharper teeth. Like, that's my favorite saying ever. And I remember
I've never heard you say that.
Yeah, when you
That
choke,
statement makes me really sad.
yeah, when you choke on something, I'm always like, if you're gonna eat steak, eat sharper teeth. Like you're.
I have heard you say that actually. I think I was choking
And no
on
one
steak at
gets
the
it,
time.
yeah.
Not everybody has store-bought teeth. They
I don't
can
hang
sharpen
out-
at will.
I don't hang out with a
Fucking-
lot of people that choke.
You hang out with Kibble the whole time. We don't know.
That's for money. That's different. That's when I need money.
Speaking of, like,
Yeah.
we're about due for some money. If you know what I mean.
Oh, I'll get you all the money you need right here, bro.
So this past weekend was the roast of Brian West.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
That
you
was
guys-
fun.
You guys killed it.
Did we? Awesome.
We're gonna do really good last week.
We're gonna do. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty fun. We should
it's-
roast each other sometime.
Yeah, no problem.
We should do a dwarf roast.
There's something I have to get off my chest though.
Uh-oh.
We played a show with the band called Dead Reckoning,
Yeah.
right? And I'm friends with the lead. Well, I'm online friends with him. I haven't met him yet. I want to talk to him in person. But he made this really long post yesterday, saying that he was pissed off at a local band a touring band that he's with because like he'll hang out and watch their set, but every time they're playing, they'll watch like for 30 seconds and then tear their gear up and leave. And I go, every fucking band does that because he's like, that's disrespectful. For if I watch your set, you watch mine. I go, no, dude, I'll watch you for a song or two, and then I'm got shit to do, man.
Especially
You know?
if it's late, man. It's time to go. We got shit
Yeah,
to do.
And
the next
exactly.
day.
to be honest, like I will watch out of respect, but if you suck, I'm leaving.
Yeah, Taylor, you
Get
suck.
better. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I've never heard the band, but you know,
They're-
but
they're-
that's the
they're
truth.
Death metal, yeah. Because I was like, I just kept reading and go, I don't see nothing wrong with this band that he was talking about. And he's like, I won't mention this band. And I'm
It just
like,
depends on the situation. Everybody's got their own shit going on.
I
you
hope
know?
it's not my boys Automized Buried. That's what I'm hoping for.
I got major family obligations. I'm surprised that after all 18 years, I'm still able to get out and do this shit. I'm
Yeah.
fucking thankful and.
I'm glad
what
you
I
were
got.
able to show up to the roast on time, though.
But if
Now you have to.
if you're a touring band, that's different though. If you're a touring band with the band,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of make you're not
see
going
'em every
anywhere.
night. Yeah.
You say you're not going anywhere. Like I'm gonna go over here and shit. You know, like
Especially
come on,
if we were on tour with a band, like I would watch their set like one time.
yeah.
And then every other night, I'm like, okay, well, I've already seen you,
Yeah,
so
disrespect. Yeah, exactly.
unless you're
I've
really
seen that.
fucking good, see,
that's
you gotta
true.
you gotta grab
bring
me
it.
in.
Yeah, you gotta change the set a little bit. You know, change the sample up. Like, oh, that was a Quentin Tarantino sample.
There's a band that I could watch every night, and that's Without Waves from Chicago.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
we were on tour with those guys,
Oh, yeah.
I would watch them every night because they're fucking amazing. Like so, basically, what I'm saying is, if people aren't watching you, it's not just out of disrespect, it's because you're not good enough.
You got to bring it better, I guess. But it was just, I don't know. I guess I was just like jaded to that shit.
Yeah.
It's like I'm used to playing in front of nobody.
Yeah, that's true. I don't get mad at people for
that's what I'm
stupid
saying. I
shit
wouldn't
like
get mad,
that.
right?
Like whatever.
If I saw you walk, hey, cool, he saw me, and then walk
Yeah.
away. I'm like, hey, at least he saw me.
Yeah,
I don't give
I
a fuck.
Who cares?
But I get to, I already hung out with him, so we're cool, right, Taylor?
Oh, this is the show
Yeah,
tonight.
it's the show.
We're making that joke again. We shoot this on Saturdays. It's coming out Tuesday, so this has already happened, but it
Yeah.
hasn't happened.
But watch a viral video of him beating me up.
If that happens, oh, dude, it would be so good to put.
Yeah,
if it happens, I'll put it in the podcast right here.
Are you gonna get beat up?
Yeah.
I kind of want you to like start a fight with him now, just so we can put it in here.
I've watched it for 30 seconds and be like, dude, fuck your band, get better. My guitar said get better.
Or if nothing else, just tell him, just like, hey, like act like you're beating me up for a minute, so we can put it in this
punch me the
podcast to
stomach.
make it better.
Well, because he's the guy that challenges people online. His name is Taylor. You know, he does the and he just goes around different city challenging big
Dines?
singers. Huh?
Jared Dines.
Sort of,
Yeah.
but he's like all gauged out here. But he's just the lead vocalist. I don't
Right.
think he plays guitar. Jared Dines is a good musician. I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
He gets a lot of hate, but I
Yeah,
like
it
his
is
shit.
what it is. He gets hate for his fucking unibrows.
Yeah,
What
he
he
does.
gets.
It's
Sorry,
true.
I'm in roast mode
Yeah,
still.
I know, yeah. You've been writing and shit. Like, I've been writing mode.
I've been writing a lot of
Unibrow
roasts,
bitch. That reminds me. Remember Carl?
Which Carl?
Bueller. Remember Crazy Carl?
The crackhead with the gun?
No. Other with the C.
Okay.
Carl, white Carl. Remember he headbutted me and gave me the
Carl
my
from
face.
like hung out at Mausers and stuff.
Yeah, in Texas.
His name was
Carl.
Bueller?
Yeah, Bueller.
I thought
That's
it was
his
something
last name.
else.
No, Carl Bueller.
I thought it was Carl Acker.
Or no, Carl Acker.
Yeah, I was gonna
right.
say that's his name.
Carl
'cause
Bueller is the guy I went to school with.
I was gonna say I don't know Carl Bueller.
Yeah,
I remember Carl
Carl
Acker.
Acker.
You used his
Carl
name on our
Acker.
album and we had to bleep it
Yes.
out. It's just funny. Carl.
Yeah.
We went to a hotel when the what's his name, Mistress Julia. Remember her from Metal Mayhem?
Yeah.
You know, and she was hanging out with a guy named like Johnny 26 or something. You know, like at a
Call me
hotel.
Johnny 200 if you knew the truth.
Yeah. It was funny. And Carl was hammered, and we got kicked out because he was, being Carl. And he goes, man, fuck this place and this unibrow Mexican bitch.
shit.
And I was like, oh
God.
here we go.
Did he say unibrow?
Unibrow.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he said
It's like unibrow but
yeah,
Spanish.
Yeah, he said unibrow. Mexican. He said
Unibrow.
unibrow Mexican bitch. And I go, that's the best name for a punk
Jesus
band ever.
Unibrow.
And she didn't say nothing until he said that, and she snapped. And that's when
Oh,
she was
God.
like, get
Yeah.
this fucking asshole, I fucking out. And I'm like, oh, God.
You don't talk about a Mexican's facial hair. I'm just
exactly,
saying.
yeah.
You know,
Especially your unibrow.
they all have it. I'm just saying, girls, guys, whatever. You know.
I know. When you give them a glass of milk, you're supposed to turn the other way because you're not supposed to see all the white. The black.
Oh, I just remember, too, that
That's
night.
polite society. That's one of their customs.
That night he put towels in the sinks and clogged them up and said, we're the wet bandits. I miss Carl.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that dude was kind of crazy. I remember those good times.
I like the sticky bandits better.
Yeah, we duct tape on his hand.
Yeah.
It's my
So stupid. Just a bunch of pennies. Like, what are you doing? We're the Sticky Bandits. Dude, Daniel Stern is underrated. He's so
he
fucking
is.
funny. Remember that movie Bushwhacked?
Love Bushwhacked.
So many people have not
Dude, I
seen that
love
movie, dude.
Bushwhacked.
And I'm just like, you've never seen
Yeah.
Bushwhacked? It's so good.
I know Celtic Pride is probably my favorite with him and Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, yeah, that one's
With,
good, too.
Damon
Yeah.
Wayans and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
We talked about that already on the podcast.
Yeah, but Bushwhacked is because that's his own movie.
Yeah.
Like he carries that whole movie.
Mad Max
yeah.
Grabelski?
Yeah.
Belay myself off. Belay myself off.
Yeah, and then he super glues the guys.
It's so funny. He's like his chin.
Yeah.
I need to watch that movie.
Yeah,
It's been a couple of years, but yeah. But I brought that movie up
That
to a bunch of
Dutch.
people and nobody remembers that. You know,
Dude, I
it's
remember
like-
going to the theaters and watching that.
yeah, it's so
Yeah,
good. It's
yeah.
just like, I don't know. Great movie.
He-
I love the 90s.
And now, have you seen his? I follow him on Instagram, dude. He's
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, he's out of his mind.
Yeah, he just like does models and shit out of his room. Or
Yeah.
out of
He wrote a book,
his
too.
studio, and he's like, "Hi, I'm not trying to communicate with people, but hi to millions of people out there." And I'm like,
And I
make
can't-
up your mind, dude.
Here's
you know?
the thing: I can't tell if he's like
That's
for
what I'm saying,
real
or
or if
acting.
he's crazy or
Yeah.
if this is all a stick
Yeah.
because he's kind of a brilliant actor.
Yes,
so I
he
don't know.
is. Yeah, he is.
He did just write a book. He's it's publicity
Okay, yeah.
because his book is called Home and Alone.
Like he's trying to be like Gary Busey.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's trying to be.
Maybe
Gary
he saw
Busey.
Gary Busey and he's like, that dude's crazy,
Yeah,
and he's getting
money.
controversy.
Let me be fake
publicity.
crazy.
Exactly. To get more book
He's
sales.
Such a good man. He's such a good man.
Yeah, that's what Michael Jackson did.
Oh.
He just pretended like, never mind.
What?
Did he write books?
What?
No.
New York Times bestseller.
He just pretended to rape books.
Michael
Oh, what?
Jackson.
Hey, he was never charged.
With raping books?
Yeah.
I mean, I did that with Hustler when I was a kid.
I rate books.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, too.
It's like good old fashioned book raping.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I didn't burn books. I rate books. Totally different.
I was going through an old like box of stuff I had when I was like a young teenager, right? And I come across an old Playboy, right? It was a playpen.
Oh God.
And like
A
I
playpen?
couldn't even open the thing.
Is that like for
It
bestiality?
was like
Playpen?
one. There
like a pig
must have been so much semen in it that it just become one solid like piece of wood almost. It's just really hard.
See, that joke would have still worked if you would have just implied it. You didn't have to explain
You remember
it.
It
PlayStation?
actually happened though. I think I had gotten wet or something like that. Like because it was a box of old stuff. It was in the attic.
You remember
And it was
PlayStation 2? Remember how you could play like DVDs
Yeah.
on PlayStation?
Yeah.
That was like the first time like a PlayStation would do that
Yeah,
on PlayStation 2.
Well, you play CDs. You can listen to them.
Yeah. Well, my friend, they used to have locks on them where you couldn't lock, but the only thing that would play on it was porn. But you have to do a code, it's like a rated
Oh,
R
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, I
Rated R
remember
movie, but you
that.
put porn in, it'll play right away. I go, fuck, thank you, PlayStation.
On that note, we'll be right back after this message from Outhouse, shopouthouse.com. I almost gave you the
I
sponsorship.
know, right? Thank you.
14, 15 next time.
See you next week.
Hi, I'm Matty Mayonnaise.
You may remember me from such classics as Fettuccine Alfredo, Breaking the Dwarf Wall, and the upcoming Marawambis. I'm here to speak with you today about the desperation people will go through when they don't have any money. This is the third time this week Kibbles has been here. Go to shopouthouse.com today, buy some merchandise. All proceeds will go to keeping Kibbles off his knees.
The hell you doing in my house, Maddie? Get the f out, man! It's between me and Kibbles. Shopouthouse.com.
Welcome back to the Outhouse Super Show, episode 20.
20.
Yeah, episode 20. So these guys were just telling me a story, and I told them to shut up and talk about it on the podcast because it's pretty funny. So what you were saying is,
yes,
okay,
there was a time where you were siphoning gas out of Kibble's car.
Yeah, well, Kibble's car was sitting there for a while, and we needed to get gas out of his car. And I go, well, I have a little hose that I use for siphoning, that, you can stuff, because I
steal gas from people.
for lawnmowers and stuff,
Yeah.
to get them out. My grandpa was a big lawnmower guy, so it was like, it's like connected to a fucking gas can, basically. And you get up to the hose and then get the other end and get it going. And then I was like, I've never really done it to a car before. I never really.
Either
stole.
had I, so I was just
Yeah.
like, man, let's,
So the car just
let's
needed,
try it.
you just needed to get the gas out of it?
It said it had about a half a tank in, and Jesse's car had no gas.
Oh, okay.
We were
Yeah.
probably going to band practice or something.
Something.
but,
Yeah. We
you
needed
know,
gas for something.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so
maybe to go get weed or something. We were young. So we stuck the hose down in there,
Yeah.
and we're like, I guess we might have done it wrong or whatever, but we sucked
Yeah.
and sucked and sucked and sucked. Yeah, it's like taking turns.
And all of a sudden I
back
felt
and forth,
numb.
back and forth.
My
Yeah.
face. I started feeling numb. I'm
It's
like,
just like
fucking
the
super
next
stoned.
thing I realized is my wife's coming out. She's like, "What are you guys doing?" Me and Jesse are scream
laying
laughing
on
at
the
each other,
ground.
laying
On
on
the
the
ground.
ground and giggling. And we don't know what the fuck is going on. We're supposed to be just getting a little bit of gas, and we're like sitting here fucking.
passing out.
We're
Like,
like,
it's not working. Let's keep trying.
we're like on the ground passing it. It's not working, man. It's like
I would've paid to
it's like
see
a
this.
hookah. It's like a hookah. Or like a giant
Yeah, it's
hookah.
like-
But you got no gas at
No
all.
gas.
That's the funniest
We got no
part.
gas.
Yeah,
You
we
walk
got
there
zero
huffing
gas.
I
Yeah.
walked away with a headache.
I've never
Just laying in the driveway huffing gas.
I haven't tried to
With
huff
Kokomo.
gas since that day. I guess I don't do it right.
Yeah, I haven't
I guess
tried
it's
it
got to
either.
be actually in the gas.
Yeah, not long enough.
Like, this is nothing like a lawnmower tank.
Yeah, it's
So-
completely different.
So if you have no money for drugs, just hook it goes up to your car and start huffing it. I guess.
yeah.
Fucked up.
I just imagine you guys just laying there, just passing this hose. Like, how long do you do this before you realize you're
Yeah,
not getting
I
anything?
don't
Like,
know.
Funny thing, ever
My
since
brain
that day,
got fucked
I
up.
got
Yeah.
one of those
Yeah.
things right there all the time. What the fuck, you know what I
I
mean?
just remember my face. It started with my lips. It just got really numb, and I went, "I don't think you're doing it right."
It's like I'm sitting there trying to feel better because I realized what's going on, and I'm just going, wham, 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 wham,
It got
wham,
really
wham,
bright
wham.
all of a sudden.
You're like-
Yeah, why did the sun come out really all of a sudden? Ow, why is it so bright outside?
you like that realization like Chris Farley and Tommy Boy when he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
no,
I'm
Black Sheep.
high.
It was
Yeah,
po-
nitrous.
it
I'm
was
stoned.
post-
So are you.
Post huffing clarity.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because they got high on what, nitrous, right?
Yeah.
That was that Black Sheep or was that
that's
Tommy Boy?
Black Sheep.
I mix those
Black
movies
Sheep.
up, but yeah.
They're the same movie.
So here's a question:
Limit.
Tommy Boy versus Black Sheep.
Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy.
Yeah, Tommy
Through
Boy is the better
through,
movie.
Tommy
Yeah.
Boy through
But I do
Tommy
love Black
Boy.
Sheep because Mudhoney's in that one.
And that's another. It's like another cash grab.
Yeah,
It's the same
like
thing.
these guys are funny together.
It's the
Let's
same
do
thing.
another
Yeah,
movie
it's
just like
yeah,
it. Mm-hmm.
exactly. Let's try to recreate that. You know,
Plus, Dan
it was
Aykroyd
like-
wasn't in Black Sheep.
was like
Gary
the same.
Busey.
Oh yeah,
It was the
Who's
same
now-
formula,
he's in Black
though.
Sheep though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's the new fucking Daniel Stern.
yeah.
Daniel Stern's a new Gary Busey.
Yes. Yeah, reverse that.
Yeah, reverse that.
Nice.
I do love the whole Gary Busey scene in that movie.
Did you see that where there was theories about that? Where who's that the redheaded kid in Harry Potter?
Ron Weasley.
Yeah, Weasley. His older brother. One of them is
Rupert
Willy Wonka.
Grant.
Wanted who? Wait, what?
One of the twins is Willy Wonka.
Oh, the older twins.
Yeah, one of the those older brother twins, the Weasley's older redheaded ginger twins.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is Willy Wonka. After
Explain
where
this.
he died,
I'm lost.
Where he died, because remember his twin died in the movie and stuff, and later on, like he owned the chocolate factory because he would make chocolates that wizards, and shit like that would make you float and shit like that. And if you notice at his office at the end, that's why everything is half at Willy Wonka's office because he's missing his other half of his twin.
So why is it the kid from
What?
Fred
He,
and George
he
Weasley.
grew up to be Willy
The
Wonka in real life, not just made up Hollywood shit.
I know, I'm lost on why is it that guy though? Like,
That's what I just heard this theory.
is it a Harry Potter thing? Because I don't know Harry Potter.
I don't know.
Maybe that's why I'm
Yeah,
lost.
it's a Harry Potter thing.
I'm not a
Okay.
big Harry Potter fan. I'm a Willy Wonka fan.
I'm not either. So like the
Yeah.
twin thing, yeah, it's
Yeah.
lost on me. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
Weasley. His brother dies basically, and he grows up to be Willy Wonka.
In Harry Potter?
Yes.
Or in real life?
What
No,
happens
in
in
Harry
the
Potter.
last book? He gets killed off by Voldemort's
Okay.
people.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that. That's why I was like completely lost.
Yeah.
And so now it's just one twin. I guess he's not a twin anymore. He's singular. So I guess he's not a twin.
And he grew up to be Willy Wonka.
And how did that come from Gary Busey? Your brain. I want to get in your brain and walk around sometimes.
I think he was going through the list of guys he would probably fuck.
Oh,
I would fuck Gary
that makes
Busey
sense.
for the
Back to
story.
the roast.
Buddy Holly.
Those teeth though.
Buddy
damn.
Holly?
Oh yeah, I know, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hitting it from the back.
Yeah,
That's
it
true.
doesn't matter.
Then it could be Jake Busey.
His
Who
butt's
knows?
still as tight and warm as the next guy's, man.
Which I would like. If I ever met Jake Busey, he'd be so annoyed at me because I wouldn't stop asking Frightener questions.
Right?
Like, come on, dude. Come
what
on.
was it like working
Carve a
with Mike
number.
and Jay Fox?
Carve a number in my head. Carve a number in my head. God, come on, Jake. Carve. Can I be number 37? Can I be number 37?
Fucking frighteners. I didn't watch that movie until like just a few years
It was
ago.
Robert
Actually, because
Zemeckis.
you've been telling me about it
Yeah.
for 20 years. And I
Such
watched
a
it
good
finally.
It's
but
Back
yeah,
to the
it's
Future
great.
4, like I was telling you.
Yeah. I like it.
But he fucked up the timeline and he went into a dimension where you can see ghosts and now he's screwed.
Yeah. Ghostbusters.
Fucked up his mind doing all that.
Weird.
And it's also Full Metal Jacket. Because that military guy, that's the dead military guy gets murdered in Full Metal Jacket.
one that
What's his-
shoots
Arlie
himself?
Ermy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he gets killed by.
Oh, yeah, he isn't- yeah.
He's the drill sergeant in the cemetery.
Weird.
So I'm like, that's the sequel after he died. That's where he was
Yeah.
buried.
That's weird.
That's
Does
awesome.
he
That's a
die
good
in Full
nod.
Metal Jacket?
Yeah, he gets murdered.
I can't remember.
By
It's
the
been a while
corporal. He gets murdered by the guy in CSI.
That's a weird way to make a sequel for Full Metal Jacket, but I like it.
I know.
like it.
With starring fucking Michael J. Fox.
Starring Michael J. Fox. Ghosts. I don't remember who played him. I don't remember any of the ghosts. I think a lot of them were,
What in the Frighteners?
yeah.
Jake Busey was one. I
Well,
know
I mean,
that.
He was the
besides
main
him.
killer.
He was the killer.
But he
yeah.
was like, I think the only one really.
Yeah, he's the only one I remember.
Yeah.
Who was the black guy? Was he like a rapper or something? He seemed
That was
like.
Patrice O'Neal.
I don't remember. I've only seen it the one time actually.
definitely
I
was.
can't
watch it
remember.
again.
It wasn't Samuel L. Jackson.
Try to remember
said, "Don't say
the female lead. She's like a Mini Driver looking kind of girl,
motherfucker." I
but
can't remember. I
not
can't
Minnie
put
Driver.
a face with her.
no.
How many? How many drivers?
No,
A
a mini
large-
driver.
a
That's
large
fucking
driver.
sounds like a fucking traffic
Medium,
jam to me.
Medium driver.
No, a mini driver's the driver of the little clown car.
Oh,
It's a mini driver.
You've been drinking. Huh?
45 people are dead on the highway this afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
A clown car crashed. Singular
Did you see that?
clown car.
They crashed into a curb.
Well, did you see that video I sent you guys? It was a police dispatch from the Mario Brothers land, and they go in King Koopa or in the Mario world today. A plumber named Mario took unsolicited mushrooms and then smashed bricks with his fists and proceeded. And they have like a close up of a Goomba like smashed to death. You know, like an APB is out on it. A plumber named Mario. Which I was thinking.
I did click on it. That's funny.
Which I was thinking we should do an
Found the other
action.
one.
I watched the movie The Beekeeper. That's another movie that's really fucking good.
Not seen it.
It's a Jason Statham. You know, it's
I saw it advertised.
It's a John Wick movie, sort of, but instead of a dog, it's a sweet old lady.
No,
You know?
I'm not interested then.
Because like he's a beekeeper,
Yeah.
like in real life, and he's taking care of these hornets for this old lady in the beginning. You know, he gets rid of the hornets to protect the bees. And
So he obviously has no fear.
yeah,
If he's taking care of hornets.
Yeah,
Like
because
that's,
she's like, "What are you doing with that?" And he says, "It's between me and the hornets."
so he's not even a beekeeper. He's got hornets.
Well, no, he disposes of hornets to protect the bees.
Oh, okay.
Because hornets can
Gotcha.
affect your beehives. And
Anybody that
stuff.
fights hornets, I'm not
Yeah.
messing with that guy.
And
I'm
it's,
just like,
and it's weird because it's kind of like it's foreshadowing. He's like protecting her bees from hornets, you know. But then she ends up getting scammed by like these internet people, you know, like gives all her internet information through the computer, and she kills herself.
oh shit.
You know, she blows her brains out, and all of a sudden, Jason Statham, he was a retired CIA operative called the Beekeeper.
What?
Yeah.
That was his name of the CIA too?
Yeah, the Beekeeper.
Then he became a beekeeper?
Yeah, he was yeah, that's what I'm saying. I go,
That's
why'd you
hilarious.
become a beekeeper if you're CIA operative? Because he pulls a phone out of a honeycomb
That's
and he
totally-
calls the CIA.
That's like totally blowing his cover.
Are you sure you didn't write this movie? This is something out of your brain.
Is this fucking like Johnny English
I'm loving
or
every
something?
moment of this.
Oh,
I'm like,
sure.
I'm like, oh my god,
like, get smart.
I go, well, because it's funny because like the people, the fraud people, it's kind of like Wolf of Wall Street. The guy's like, all right, hold on. He's like, oh, my kids, I'm sorry, I sent you 5,000. I ain't got no fucking kids. You know?
Yeah.
Shit like that. Yeah, I'm like, I love this guy. And then he ends up finding out who these people are. It's basically this the son of the president
What?
that is using government shit to scam old people.
This sounds like a parody movie.
Yeah. It
just sounds over the
It's like
top.
John Wick, and then all of a sudden Jason just goes and murders everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody involved with it, and he's like, "Look at this old lady. She worked herself to the bone." He's like, "I present you the beekeeper," and then Jeremy Irons is in it, and
Nice.
he's like, "You've kicked a hornet's nest." I was like, "Oh shit!"
Who is he?
He's like the advisor to the president.
Okay.
Because the president's a female, in this world. So I go, bullshit.
That's how you know it's fiction.
But the whole time you don't know it's a president yet. You think it's just some scum kid, some rich kid, And about halfway through the movie, you're like, oh, fuck, that's the president's,
Spoiler alert. You got to spoil these things.
Well, fuck that.
No, for me. I want to watch it. I saw it advertised. I saw it like on Prime or something, but I was like, I didn't know what it was.
It just came out, and I'm like, oh, God, it's such a good movie. It was so good.
So does he kill them with hornets? That would be cool.
No, that's what I was waiting for.
Put him in a box?
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
Pop an H on this box.
Like a Candyman.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
Thing, where he controls the bees. No,
that would be
but
cool.
he has very explosive honey.
This is lame.
What?
Yes. Because like he
This
drives
doesn't
up
sound real. This doesn't sound real.
You can catch.
I think you're bullshitting me. I'm gonna watch this movie just to see.
You can
This
catch
sounds
more,
fake.
You can catch more flies with honey than you can vinegar.
Yeah. He says weird shit like that. Like they're like, when the beekeeper decides you die, you die. Shit like that.
I miss that shit in movies though. Like I want more
dude,
movies like
it.
that. Yeah.
I couldn't stop watching it. You know? And like this other guy, he went to another call center in another part. It's all happens in Boston, I think. It's all New Hampshire and shit. You can tell they shot it in like 3 days. But this guy wouldn't give up information, and Jason Statham just like has a stapler, just stapling on his forehead, like, "Tell me what I need." I go, "That's a cool way to get information from somebody."
Man, I don't know. It's fucking. If you're Integrity and Mick Foley, I mean, it'd take you forever.
Yeah, it's true.
You just take them and take them and take them.
You got to read the room.
This guy looks like he could take about 30
Mick
staples.
Foley, you got to burn him. You got to burn Mick Foley.
Oh, this is a little old lady. This is a 2 staple max. This night's going to be easy.
But it was it's what's her name? Bill Cosby's wife in the Bill Cosby show. That sweet old black lady.
Oh yeah.
She's the
Malcolm Jamal Warner.
But like in the beginning of it, there was like some weird sexual. Like I was like, is he banging this old chick? Because she was like, let me make dinner for you.
Oh.
And I was like, oh yeah. And then she ends up blowing her brains out. I was like, oh,
that's crazy.
And so I was like, if he would have banged her, maybe she wouldn't have blew the brains out.
Oh shit.
She's secretly in love with the beekeeper.
Yeah, exactly.
The beekeeper.
But
the bee doesn't give.
But there's like a whole. There's a whole network of beekeepers though. Like they never explain because they put out they put a hit out on him because he's killing too many people. So Jeremy Irons gets hold of the beekeeper people, and they go, "Hey, he's retired. Like we have nothing to do with him." And he's like, "Well, I need him gone because he's crazy."
Wait, does he get a hold of like the actual beekeeper people or the CIA beekeepers?
Well, it's a division. They don't really mention it. They really don't mention it. It's like a
National Service of Honey.
It's like a secret division of the government. It's like because the people that show up to murder him, they have like mohawks and like weird like colored shit. Like
what?
Yeah, she has like a Gatling gun in her trunk. It's amazing.
It's like Ninja Turtle enemies.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtle bad guys.
Yeah, and there's a guy shows up and he's like, he only has one leg, and he was like, I took out a beekeeper one time. It almost cost me my life.
This sounds like the most bizarre movie of all time.
I buried him in clover.
But he has to kill. I think why they made the female president because he had to kill the queen bee to protect the hive.
This is so stupid. I don't even feel like I need to watch the movie now. You've explained the whole movie, but I kind of want to watch it because it seems ridiculous.
And Jason Statham he says little, but he just murders. It's cool how he murders people. That's basically a good way to watch it. It's good hand-to-hand combat.
Jesse thinks it's cool when people get murdered.
Well, on
Get
television.
canceled.
But it was making me think. You know,
Actually,
I have
murder's okay.
You know, I have the plumber, right? In Dedicini Alfredo. Yeah. We should make a prequel of how I became the plumber. You know, like I was. yeah, like I'm a CIA operative.
There's a secret organization of the plumbers.
Yeah, we fix leaks. You know?
Yeah, we fix leaks.
Yeah,
got a leak and
take care of. I'm a hitman. I come in, and that's why I hear my own audience because I miss that people cheering for me. You know, and shit. That's why because I hear the studio audience. Because I love the crowd.
Go watch Dedicini Alfredo on YouTube for free.
Yeah, like the gladiator. You know, the gladiator that misses the roar of the crowd.
Who was he? It was the plumber.
Yeah, exactly. The plumber.
Anybody need the plumber?
You open that pipe. Don't ever open that pipe. Don't ever open that pipe.
What if in the Dedicini music video you play the plumber and you play the real Jesse, right?
Yeah.
So what if the plumber is actually a clone? And he's cloned like Star Wars. He's cloned specifically to murder people. Yeah. But his cover is a plumber, and he's like
he didn't want to murder anymore.
He's like a sleeper agent.
Yeah.
It's like they send a certain signal to him, and then he stops plumbing and starts killing.
And you're on the list.
Or he's built to kill, and he's tired of killing. He wants to be normal. He wants to be normal.
So he has to kill you.
Yeah.
He has to kill you because he's your copy.
Yeah, exactly. He has to murder me to take my spot.
Right in the movie, right now.
and Mr. Ripley, kind of. Yeah. Oh, with the plumber. Hey, clone plumber.
Do you know that was the biggest inspiration for Tommy Wiseau to make The Room?
What?
Talented Mr. Ripley.
Oh, yeah.
He went and saw that, and he was like, I could write a movie.
It's a good movie.
Which is interesting, yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Whenever he told people that.
I watched a movie similar to that. It's called A Perfect Getaway with Steve Zahn. The guitarist from the
I know Steve Zahn, yeah.
He's like, they play these couples in Hawaii, and they act like they're like something shut down, like there's a murderer. A murder happens down in the islands. They shut everything down. Well, Steve Zahn plays like this couple with his wife. The whole time you think he's helping these two couples, but at the same time, there's prepping them to murder them and take over their identities.
Oh, shit.
You know, like you find that out like halfway through. You're like, oh, shit, that's him. Like, they're the murderers. You know, Steve Zahn and his wife. You know, and I was
interesting. I need to watch more movies.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any new movies in a while.
I know.
This is an old movie.
I've been rehashing old...
New movie to me. You know?
I've been rehashing old movies since I had the kids there now. I want them to watch it. Like, my wife wanted to watch, like, Now and Then. And, like, Casper, pretty much. Christina Ricci, Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
So,
I've been watching like
Monster.
I've been watching comfort movies, you know, just movies that I've already seen a million times.
Yeah,
I watched Independence Day a couple days ago. Like,
I love it.
I just keep watching old movies. I don't know.
I tried to watch.
I'm becoming an old man.
I tried to watch Independence Day. My mom gave me a freaking portfolio of movies, and I got all right, Independence Day. We're gonna watch it. Put it in, and then what the fuck is Independence Day Resurgence?
Oh God!
Oh,
what the
sequel? Don't watch that.
I kind of like the second one better than the first one.
I watched about 3 seconds of the first.
I
only saw part of it, and I couldn't stay into it.
The first one, I liked the beginning of the first one, then it ruins it for me after a while.
What part ruins it?
Right when they blow up the White House, I don't like it anymore.
That's because it was given away in the trailer. That's the only reason.
But it's like the suspension leading up, I didn't like the aliens in it. That makes sense.
No, we had this conversation.
Yeah,
you didn't like the Welcome to Earth thing.
Yeah,
I love that.
It took me out of it, you know, and like, I'm back.
I love that. Yeah, dude. Randy Quaid was awesome.
Best alien movie of all time. Come on, 1,
Aliens.
2, 3, wrong.
Aliens.
1, 2, 3. There's only one right answer.
Paul.
Mars Attacks.
Seth Rogen.
Mars Attacks.
Think about all the stars that die in the first few
Jack
minutes
Black.
of
That movie's
film.
fantastic. Yeah.
That
Young
movie
Jack
is
Black. Yeah.
absolutely fantastic.
But I also really like The Fourth Kind, even though it's more of a serious movie.
Yeah.
Dude. Well, I like how they use real footage.
Yeah.
That's what fucked me up when they actually used real footage of the 911, the surveillance, like the the dash cams and shit.
Mm-hmm. It's fantastic. I love the way they do the found footage alongside the actual movie footage or whatever. It's brilliant. It's kind of like what I want to do with Dedicini 2. Almost like something
Secret
like
of the booze.
Like we'll have the actors that played the real people, and then we'll actually interview the real people, and then they start getting killed.
Yeah, by the plumber.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So
you blame it on the spaghetti, but it's the plumber the whole time.
So here's my idea.
You're a
Spoiler
copycat
in the
killer.
future. Spoiler in the
Copycat
future. But I probably shouldn't talk about this on here.
No,
but
they ain't gonna
anybody that doesn't listen is not cool anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But basically, my idea was it's like kind of like New Nightmare. You remember that one where like Freddy comes to the real world?
Yeah.
It was basically like it starts off like that, and like we're interviewing the real Gary Panisse and Sherry Panisse that the actors played. And so now there's two versions of them. There's
Comic-Con.
like
Comic-Con.
Yeah, and like Jeremy and Courtney and everybody can play themselves that portrayed the actors in the original movie. And then people start dying one by one.
Yeah.
And then it turns out that it's
the plumber.
it's the creepypasta in real life But then you find out that it's just somebody
plumber.
in the costume, like making you think it's real, and it could be the plumber.
It should be the plumber.
I don't know. We don't know who's going to be. It's going to. It turns. So then it kind of turns into like a slasher, like a Scream. Like you don't know who the killer is. You know. I don't know. I thought it'd be fun to make.
I think it'd be cool if it's like Scream, like people are actually dying, not just like fake funny. Like dudes actually going in there. And
Yeah. I want to make it into like the first half of it's comedy, and then it turns into like an actual like horror slasher. And it's like you don't know what's happening. It's like but somebody wearing the costume from
halfway through, a narrator starts, and this is where, because that's where we stopped. Everyone's dead on the set now, so now it takes over, kind of like a.
Well, you gotta have somebody survive. You gotta have somebody survive.
New Nightmare.
That
New
guy's
Nightmare.
making the documentary.
Yeah, New Nightmare meets Clue.
Yeah,
because how, you know how Clue, like they make it look like it's this guy.
Exactly.
Looks like points.
That could have been what happened.
Like Scream, Scream does it too.
Yeah,
that's what I love about the first Scream. It makes you think it's the boyfriend the whole time, and then it ends up being the fucking boyfriend.
No, but the thing about Scream, even if you call that though, at that point in obviously it's been done since then, but at that point when '96 when that came out. There've never been two killers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, even though it's very obvious that it's the boyfriend, but then it's two of them.
Yeah.
So it's like it's red herring left and right. That's what I love about Scream.
They keep switching. That's what I love about it. I switched like 80 times that first time.
Yeah.
And every other Scream, I switched less.
Yeah.
But the first time, I was like, it's got to be him. No, it's him. No, it's
him.
No, it's him. No, he's just dead. He got stabbed. He can't be dead. You know. And then all of a sudden, like, fucking asshole.
Just like they used in Carrie.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking
But
Johnny Depp look-alike motherfucker.
Skeet Ulrich.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Scream.
New Nightmare meets Clue meets The Prestige.
He's a bloody double.
I still have not seen The Prestige.
What?
We've talked about this on the podcast.
Yes. Oh yeah.
You guys tell me all the time I need to watch it, but I've not seen it.
Hugh Jackman's one of his best movies too. I would say Hugh Jackman's good in that one.
It's this big. He has a huge Jackman.
And the broken hymen.
Hugh Jackman and the broken hymen. We've done nothing but talk about movies this entire podcast. This is dope.
This one's going to be called something like Messy's Movie Corner.
Yeah, it's all movies.
Well, I want to do that.
Any movie nerds is probably enjoying it.
Shop.
Other people are not.
I want to do that at my shop eventually.
Oh yeah, Outhouse Records opening August 16th in Kokomo, downtown Kokomo.
Yeah. Eventually, I want to do messy movie nights where you just show up and drink beer and watch movies.
Oh man, you want to have a shelf of like VHS tapes and stuff?
Yeah.
So I'll start going to like Goodwills and stuff and finding cool stuff
definitely.
for sale for
I'm selling
$3 instead of
selling the Ninja Turtle one that Shep gave me.
Thank you, Shep. You're gonna help us make our first dollar.
Yeah, exactly.
You sell Laserdisc, I'll be your first customer.
There you go.
I want to start a Laserdisc collection.
And Kibbles gave me a good idea earlier. I do want to get my first dime I make. I want to make my #1 dime with the Scrooge McDuck.
Oh yeah,
glass case over it.
That would be good. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It's like my #1 dime. Don't touch it.
Fucking love it. That's our first.
So Outhouse Records.
Yep.
Is opening downtown Kokomo. What's the address again?
109
East Sycamore. Downtown Kokomo. August 16th is going to be the grand opening. Details to follow coming soon.
Bands playing.
Yeah.
You know, I can't have beer yet until we raise some money for that. Stuff.
But yeah, look out for that August 16th.
Records will be half off.
Yeah, records will be half off and shit. I'm selling everything in inventory.
Hell yeah.
Because it was funny because Mike was like, yeah, because he sells me the inventory, it's mine.
Yeah.
Like whatever you do with it, it's yours. Like even if I.
So you're picking out all your favorite records and taking them home.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so I can do whatever you want. You know, and I was like, cool, I'm selling all this shit half off. And I'll be like, you know, like he got screens in there too and shit. Mm-hmm. You know, I was like, that's gonna be PlayStation TV. That's gonna be Xbox TV.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, like do arcade with Madden tournaments. You know,
yeah, that'd be cool.
Everybody doing Madden tournaments.
You got space for it, yeah.
Yeah, there's space. Dude, I'm telling you, he got so much stuff in the way.
Did you see the video he sent, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot more space in there.
Yeah, dude, I could fit a lot of people in there if you empty it out.
What I remember. And I always mix it up in my head when I'm thinking. I always think the kitchen was first, but no, that big room.
That's the vinyl
and
boss.
That room is way bigger than what I thought.
That's the vinyl boss.
Because there's always a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna clear that out and put vinyl records on in between the records.
Is that where we're gonna shoot our podcast
in the middle?
from?
Yeah, right there in the middle.
Does that back toilet work?
Yes, that's my throne. Yeah, that's my throne.
Nice.
That's the
Put your desk in front of it. You sit on the toilet.
That's my business office.
You'd be sitting there just working with your pants to your ankles, just in case you're shitting. You know, just in case it comes, you're already on the toilet.
You never have to leave, man.
Exactly. You guys are out there doing shit. I'm like,
just pull your desk right in front of it. No one will even know you're pooping.
Writing shit down. With the lab, with the pitted pad.
I'm in the lab.
Have you listened to the new Eminem, by the way?
Yes,
of course
I did.
have.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like some of it, and I don't like some of it.
I really...
some of his and some of
his technical prowess cannot be understated. That's exactly what I said on Jordan's post.
Yes.
But some of the stuff he's talking about is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, I can't tell if he's doing it as just to try to cause controversy, or if he's just doing it if he's really just got those boomer mindset now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Like the whole.
Well, that's the point. That's what we want you to think.
That's what's going on. He's killing off his views of that.
Right.
Slim Shady's death of Slim Shady.
It's a concept album, is what he said.
Yeah, and I listened to it all in order as the concept.
So that doesn't really bother me at all, but I really wanted Dr. Dre to be like, and the beat to go, dum,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
More
I'm
Dre.
guilty conscious too.
I think
I know it was weird that he did that.
But
And Dre wasn't in it,
after I
but-
listened to it a couple times, I do. He's killing his old self up. He's like, look, I'm an old guy now. I got kids, about to have grandkids. You know what I mean?
And I get it,
I have a
but
spaghetti.
Which his
restaurant.
daughter is.
Don't say that, bro. Don't say that. We can't rap better than him.
I appreciate his technical abilities, but like I said, it's just some of the stuff is just corny and just kind of. I'm just like, what are you doing,
Slim
dude?
Shady was corny. You know,
was.
that's what I loved about
I
it.
think that's all intentional.
Well,
Maybe it's okay if you're corny when you're 20, but when you're 50,
That's what I'm saying.
it's way more corny.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what he's showing you when you're this old doing corny shit.
Yeah.
It's corny.
Cause
So he said,
like, after he
"Hold
like
on, let me finish." And he goes, "Let me put it down. Let me kill it finally."
Yeah.
So when I'm 50 doing corny shit, I'm killing it. So
Yeah.
this is the last corny shit you're going to hear from this Slim Shady character. That's what I think.
That's what I think. I think something similar to that. Like, so every time he does something corny, he like answers back with like, you know, saying that's just stupid and corny.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Like,
is
and
true,
throughout the
yeah.
whole record,
And he's
doing
50
that.
doing it.
He's self-aware
Yeah.
about it,
Yeah.
which I can appreciate. You know,
Yeah, I feel like he's like, you know,
But I know what you're saying. When I first heard it, I was like,
some of the like the trans stuff. I'm just
Yeah.
like, come on, dude. It's like, are you doing this just to get controversy?
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
but it's just very similar to Marshall Mathers, though. It's like all the homophobic stuff back then. It's the same thing.
Maybe he's trying to finally break down this fucking cancel culture fucking bullshit that we got.
I can agree, cancel culture is one thing, but like talking about how you hate trans people is like that's not that's a cancelable offense in my opinion.
don't
Like,
hate-
he
come
got
on.
Dave Chappelle heat.
I don't hate trans people, man, at all. I just think it's funny you got your dick chopped off.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and I mean he makes some funny jokes about it. I love the my favorite line on the whole record so far though is when he says what he said, I'm an RAPER.
Oh.
And he said he didn't just spell rapper and leave out a P, did he?
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
oh shit!
Oh, did he?
It's
Yeah.
like I'm like, dude,
Raper, yeah.
he's still the king of
R.
wordplay
Kelly,
for sure.
this black guy peas.
Yeah,
R. Kelly
yeah.
and shit like that. Yeah, he's so good.
The wordplay is fantastic,
Yeah.
but then he sampled Jelly Roll at the end. I'm like, come on, dude.
Yeah,
I wanted to
see,
like this
I told
song,
you,
but come on.
I told you, man.
But that's his
Jelly.
old man.
Jelly.
That's what the whole record is about. And that's towards the end of the record. And he's getting old, man. Now he's like in crap like Jelly Roll. Like when you become a dad and shit like that,
I listen to
it
Jelly
plays
Roll
on
and
your
Slark.
heartstrings. That's the only thing Jelly Roll's for. Listen to an interview. I just want everyone to know they can make it. And you know I want to be there for you. You know what I mean?
Well,
You
it's
got to
funny.
stay strong. I was in prison, and you can do
Yeah.
it.
When I first met him, he was talking about not touring because he's not making any money.
Uh-huh.
He was like, I can't be doing this shit.
Yeah.
I ain't making money. I'm losing money every year I go out. And then he started doing country music,
Spoiler
and now
alert.
he can't stop.
Me and Jesse met Jelly Roll,
Yeah.
so I guess we're allowed to talk whatever
Yeah.
we want.
that's
Exactly.
fine.
He still has my.
I'm
I-
here
I
opening
have my
up.
I'm
daughter's
sure he's a
CD.
cool
Yeah,
guy.
he's
I
a
just
cool
hate his
dude.
music. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was cool as fuck.
And he was pissed though because they wouldn't open the gates fast enough to let people in because he was
Yeah.
the first guy playing at the
Right.
mini gathering.
Yeah.
They have 666 and Jelly Roll and ICP.
Making Faygo burgers in the fucking-
parking lot.
In the
I wanted to go to that.
miss
I think I had to
City
work
States,
or
though.
something.
He
I
got
miss
us
it.
in as security,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It was
I got
pretty
him, me and
crazy.
Kibbles.
We're security for 3-6 and Jelly
Yeah.
Roll and ICP.
I'd be there for 3-6. That would
Yeah.
be cool.
I didn't pay
It'd
for
be cool
one
to see
concert.
ICP. Just for,
Meh,
you
meh,
little
meh.
kidding me.
You know, I didn't pay for one concert there. I just
Yeah.
stopped fights. That was my job. Steve goes, "Hey, shit goes down. I need you in the middle of it." I go, "Got you, bro." And not one fight broke out. A lot of metal shows there. Not one fucking. You didn't hear one fight. Because I remember one time I was working, me and this big other tall guy. I can't remember his name. He was huge, and I was like, "Cool, that's my backup, right?" You know. And I was like, these two kids. I think it was the not the Attila show, Asking Alexandra. Mm-hmm. And I remember these kids like started fighting. Like I could see the elbows and shit, like they're hitting each other. And I remember I grabbed one kid back of his head, like his hair, and I pulled him down and I stepped on him with my left foot. And I grabbed the other kid and I put him in a chokehold. And I went, "Calm the fuck down!" And everybody was like, and I picked him up and everyone was cool that whole night.
During ICP, there's
And then-
a couple times that fat guy with Ralphie, right?
Yeah, Ralphie May. Ralphie May.
Yeah, he was
Ralph
like,
Strope.
he kept pointing like this, and
Yes,
then we'd
yeah.
come in, then we'd grab a dude by each
Yeah,
arm,
like, calm the
bring
fuck
him
down.
outside.
Yeah, calm
I'm
the fuck
like,
down.
Wow, I don't need to be strong. I got these
Exactly.
big fat
Yeah.
guys with
That's
me.
what I'm saying. That I can't remember his name. He dated what's her name too, Courtney Clover for a minute too. That crazy what's her name, Katie Vicious.
Oh,
like
yeah.
because that's when I met him through her again. I was like, oh, dude, I remember you. You helped me throw a lot of people at center stage. He's like, yeah, dude, we have fun tossing people dude, for free. He's like, Steve's like, hey, I'll let you in my show. Just make sure no one gets fucked up. All right, cool. Bet. Yep. And I watched. I met Hatebreed. I met fucking everybody there. All them metal shows,
Seven Dust.
I wrestled Iwabo. Cool. Remember Steve and all them came
Mushroom
out there.
Head.
Yeah, Mushroom Head.
Soulfly.
That's funny, the Mushroom Head, because the night before, me and Tony watched Slipknot downtown Indianapolis at the Clips Music Center. In front of thousands of people, and then Mushroom Head in front of 200 people. And I was like, "Who won that battle?"
Who won?
Hey, I opened for that show.
Yeah, you did.
Anyways, I think we're out of time here on the Outhouse Super Show, episode 20. We appreciate you tuning in, and
movies. Go watch more movies.
Watch movies, I guess. Yeah, Outhouse Records opening August 16th. Yes. Harvestfest 10 coming September 14th. The flyer will be up by the time this episode airs. So yeah, come out and check that out. It's a free show and all that stuff. And
shopouthouse.com.
Shopouthouse.com. Go check it out. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Like, subscribe, all that crap. We will see you next time.
I don't like to make money. I just love selling guns.
Thank you, Don.
You draw trouble like an outhouse draws flies. Outhouse.
Oh, look, an indoor outhouse.
Been an outhouse that didn't stink that bad.
40 yards to the outhouse.
Both brothers be having them out.